And welcome back to the D3 podcast, not the Mighty Ducks, but worse. We are a week into the NHL playoffs of 2023. I am your co-host, Andy Graziano, welcomed as always by Anthony Popsocket, iOS Paterno, and AJ Gulag Graziano.
What's up?
We are happy to be back. I'm not sure if these two boys are happy to be back. We'll see what these two beauties have to say about the series that are going on. Hey, boys, how we doing this evening?
I'm all right.
Looks like in a glass case of emotion over there.
AJ's in playoff prison.
That's how I felt watching Game 4. I felt like I was in a fucking jail cell. It's fucking brutal. It's fucking horrible. I was so mad. I was mad all day yesterday. I didn't even watch the games last night. That's how mad I was. I didn't watch anything last night.
I had a nice phone call with Andy after the game. He helped me relax a little bit. No, I was pissed too.
I talked
hard not to be pissed after what I mean. Honestly, I feel like today they addressed it more than they did after the game. Like today they were saying like we need more emotion. We need to get back to doing that. Like after the game, the only person who said anything was Gallant.
Yeah, I mean it was good to see Gallant actually call his fucking players out. I don't know. Talk's cheap. I think they have to come out and do it, especially after these. I mean, Game 3 was actually a good hockey game, I thought. Obviously we watched it together. We did the live stream. It could have went either way, went to overtime, whatever. But I think to come out like that in Game 4 is just to me it's inexcusable. I think there's no other way around it. It was brutal. And again, I give the Devils some credit, but I think it's more to the fact that the Rangers just haven't been at that level that they were in games 1 and 2. I think in games 1 and 2, they really showed that the Devils really couldn't compete with them. And then, they stepped down for whatever reason, 2 games at home, dropped both. It is what it is. So now it's the best of 3. We'll see what happens. But
I'll tell you a funny story first, right? So don't ever say I don't do nothing for you boys. Don't say that you boys aren't close to my heart, because tonight I was on my way home from work. I'm driving. I'm listening to our podcast because that's what I do. I like to hear the sound of my own voice. So I'm listening to my podcast. By the way, I was the last 15 minutes of episode 4. If you haven't heard it, if you don't listen to us, look, I really don't give a shit. We're not trying to be spitting chicklets here or anything like that. We know we're never going to attain to that level. If we got a couple listeners and we entertain some people, that's what we're doing. We're doing it for ourselves too, selfishly. Don't get me wrong, but if you just listen to the last 15 minutes of last week, because I was literally laughing again in my car on the way home when AJ was talking about JG Pajot and how he was hit in school like, teach, you didn't give us any homework. fucking Pajot, man. I was fucking dying. But anyway, I was at a light and I noticed the car in front of me was a fucking like an older Trailblazer, or older Blazer, I should say. They haven't made the Trailblazer in 20 fucking years, but had a New Jersey Devils license plate.
Incorrect. My mom just got a Trailblazer.
They still make Trailblazers, really?
Yes, so.
I thought they changed it to or did Blazer become? Who gives a shit? Anyway, I was behind a truck, an SUV, and they had a Devils license plate. So what I did was when the light turned green, I just jammed on the gas, rear-ended the motherfucker, and I'll deal with the consequences later. So I'm going to say I don't do nothing for you boys. All right.
Thanks.
But yeah, let's get into that series first. Rangers Devils, back-to-back 5-1 wins at the Rock. Rangers come home, as AJ said, lose a tough game in overtime. Could have went either way. One breakdown in the entire game ends up in the back of their net. And then Game 4 was honestly, and again, you're talking to someone who watches probably just as much Rangers hockey as he does Islanders hockey. And it was probably, I don't think it's a stretch for me to say it's the worst game I've seen them play all year. I've seen them play personally all year. Now, the Devils obviously made adjustments, right? Lindy Ruff made adjustments to his penalty kill. Don't talk to me about the Schmid shit because the Rangers haven't even tested him. So until he gets truly tested, then I'll determine what Schmid is and what Schmid isn't. But they clearly made adjustments on the kill. And I said to AJ after Game 2, and I said to Kelly as well, as we were on our way to Larry's house, Anthony's dad's, for Game 3, which was a great time, by the way. Your father's aces, dude. So Larry, if you're listening, props to you, pal. Thanks for having us over. Looking forward to doing it again. I said to everybody, the Rangers have to step on their necks in this game. You can't give a team like that any confidence or any sniff of belief. And I felt the Devils, as game 3 wore on, started feeling that. I saw it even more in game 4. And for all you fucknuts out there that are saying, oh, Barry Hughes, fucking Barry Bratt, it's not that easy. I was telling my friend George before, I played hockey for 35 fucking years. Of course, never professionally, but 35 years. I can remember getting crushed 4 times in 35 years of playing a lot of hockey. Why? Because people couldn't catch me. It's the same thing with Hughes and Bratt. We could sit here and watch it on TV and say, why don't they crush Bratt? Why don't they crush Hughes? Because they can't. It's not that simple.
Yeah, and if you do, you're taking yourself out of the play sometimes.
Essentially, yeah, essentially. So I don't like what I saw from the Rangers in game 4. As AJ said correctly, I saw no emotion. I saw no jam, as they say. I just saw nothing. Zibanejad's been absent. Kreider looked like he wasn't even fucking at the rink.
I think it's a big problem that Mika's really not showing up, because you can't win a playoff series without your number one center producing. So, I'd like to see him pot one tomorrow. But I think it goes back to, Ant said it a couple episodes ago about like effort, not to say that they're not, because obviously they're trying, but it's just, they were like, there was no life. There was nothing. There was nothing. I guess they played decent team defense. They were lucky to be within a goal. I thought that could have, and I think, I think Igor should have stopped the second one, but it's a soft goal. But like, when was the last time he gave up a soft goal like that?
Yeah, I'm not going to hang.
He's given up
the only bad goal he's allowed all series.
He's given up 2 goals or less in each one of the games so far. So he's doing his part. But again, the team's letting him down. The top 6 isn't producing right now. It's crazy to me that they go from back-to-back 5-1 wins to just those performances.
Well, again, the Devils adjusted and the Rangers haven't yet. Today they were working on some new wrinkles on the power play. I don't fucking understand why you have Panarin in the bumper. I think Zibanejad belongs in the bumper. I have no idea why Panarin.
No, it needs to be on the point. He needs to be at the left circle.
Right, but they had Panarin in the bumper today. I'm like, why the fuck is Panarin in the bumper?
Yeah, but who are you
nothing else.
Zibanejad goes in the bumper, period.
No, he goes on the left side is where
fuck that.
I don't agree with that.
You put Kreider in front. You
on
put
the power
Panarin
play,
in the bumper. You put Zibanejad in the bumper. On the power play, I'm talking.
Yeah, listen, Panarin can play the bumper. Why not? He can get a shot in the slot. He can make a pass.
Yeah,
He's
10 fucking feet wide. He can shoot into the fucking crowd.
All right. Well, let's fucking relax here. All right? Because
but again, too, like
Zip's spot is that left side. I don't like him in the bumper. So I'd rather put Panarin in the bumper.
So many goals from that side. It's like obviously he's not as good.
The only reason we went as far as we did last year, because he was on that side.
Well, here's an interesting stat. I think everyone's glossing over this, right? We talk about it all the time. Analytics, right? It's for the stat nerds. It's for the stat nerds that use it 100%. I use it in conjunction with my eyes. Every now and then it does tell a story. And the story of the Rangers 2022-23 season has been this, boys. 5-on-5. They were 21st in the NHL in expected goals for at 5-on-5. 21st. So it goes to what I've been saying. I said this to George before. They're a team that thrives and survives on the power play. And this series is playing out exactly like that. First 2 games, back-to-back 5-1 wins. Power play was clicking, humming, banging pucks, top cheese. Next 2 games, 2 close games, they lose. Why? No power play goals in each game. They can't win this series 5-on-5. They just can't. I'm sorry. They have to.
That's how they were. They weren't a good 5v5 team last year.
They're worse this year. They were middle of the pack, Corsi, and 21st in expected goals 5-on-5.
I think my thing, like the Zib thing, right? Was he producing? Producing is a different word. The first 3 games, I didn't have a problem at all with his game because he was playing a full 200-foot game. He was playing defense, full 2-way, making great plays. I didn't care.
That's fair.
I don't care if he scores a goal in that game because you're playing the right way. I think now he's starting to think about the fact that he's not scoring and he's cheating and he's not doing things defensively that make him such a good 2-way center. So I don't want I don't want to get away from that. I don't want him to start trying to do too much because I think that's what we saw from him in game 4. And the whole team's effort in that game was just atrocious. Like there was no heart to the game. And when I say hitting, I don't mean, I know everybody wants Trouba to take Jack Hughes' head off, but honestly, what I mean by hitting is just laying the body. They were doing it in game 1 and 2. They were, every time they could finish a check, they were finishing the check on them. Playing physical, playing with emotion, like they just weren't doing it. And they know it. So, the reason I'm wearing my Ranger jersey today, like I'm fucking back. Like,
was that a Foxy jersey? Was that a Foxy jersey?
It's a nice one here.
That is a nice jersey. I do like that logo. I do like that logo. That is pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie.
But dude, they respond. The Rangers respond. They've always responded when they've had shitty games.
Fucking hell! How do you miss that?
What happened?
Fucking hell!
It's just it's reminiscent of the series. It's reminiscent of the series last year against Tampa. You go up 2-0, you think you're in a good spot, and then you lose game 3 in a brutal way, and then they just collapse. So,
do you think that at any point last year, though, they played with that little of emotion and played that poorly?
I can't remember a game like game 4. No, not last year.
And I remember even after I got off the phone with Andy the other night, me and Craig had a phone call, and he made such a good point. He was like, I have never in my life seen a playoff game where with 11 minutes to go in the third period, the team that's down a goal did not make one single push. Not one. They didn't have the puck in the
They barely possessed the puck.
They didn't even have one push. Every other team is like hanging on for their dear life with 3 minutes left. And there was none of that. There was no emotion. I'm pretty sure we even had the fourth line on the ice with 3 minutes left, he made another good point that when you watch the Oilers, you watch the Avs, there was not, if they're down a goal with 11 minutes left in the third period, there is not one time where Draisaitl or McDavid is not on the ice at all times. Right? Like, so
I wouldn't go that far, but you're right.
Pretty close to it.
Pretty close to it. I would, right. I'm not sure I'd say it's a stretch that are always on the ice. You got to cycle your lines. You can't fucking just exhaust your top players with 11 minutes left, but the whole team, I thought, was handling the puck like a fucking grenade the other night. It's like nobody could get a handle on the puck. I thought Trouba was especially brutal handling the puck. They're just, I don't. Again, it's inexplicable. It's hard to explain that kind of showing in that big of a game on home ice. It just is. And look, if anyone fucking feels you guys, it's me. Believe me, because we came into game 4 at fucking UBS, Islanders Hurricanes. If we could just switch up for a second, we came into game 4 at UBS, raucous crowd. You know how fucking crazy that crowd can get. And first ever playoffs at UBS, game 4, down 2-1 in the series, and we laid a fucking egg, boys. It was the equivalent of how you guys played in game 4 is how we played in game 4. So I don't know what the fuck the correlation is there. I don't know if they're hanging both fan base. I don't know if the hockey gods are hanging both fan bases on a fucking string and just dangling a second round playoff in front of our faces, but then taking it away. Like, because we played like complete fucking trash. And I felt exactly the way you guys feel today after that game. And I'll tell you, last night, the Islanders didn't play much better. They really didn't. Okay. So, but I feel that, as I said with the Ranger Devil series, it's dangerous for Carolina, especially for Carolina, because they're so banged up, to allow the Islanders any belief that they could actually pull this off.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens in game 6, rather, back at UBS.
Yeah, you win a game 6 at UBS, and then game 7, anything could happen.
Toss-up. That's 50-50 toss. And especially with the Hurricanes as banged up as they are.
Hurricanes fifth game 7s all the time.
For a period, they were down 4 of their top 6 forwards after Aho took that fucking Pierre Engvall slapshot movie shot off his face. And Antti Raanta was standing there like, you okay, Sebastian? As fucking Nelson bats the puck. And like, dude, he is so fucking bad. I said this the other day on Twitter, and I got ratioed. I got creamed. Well, not creamed, but a good portion of the fan base creamed, because I said, if we lose this series, it's fucking embarrassing. Looking at that Hurricanes lineup, no disrespect with the injuries. Looking at that Hurricanes, it's a fucking AHL lineup. Period. We lose, and Raanta. If we lose this series, it's a fucking embarrassment. Plain and simple.
I don't give a shit. Their Their decor is still good. And if there is a team that can withstand injuries and just plug people in to play the same way,
to that many guy, I'm talking one. Yeah, you survived the Pacioretty thing. You only played a couple of games. They hung on by a thread after Svechnikov went down, and now fucking Drury's out. I don't know when the hell he's coming back. Brindamore said he skated a little bit today, apparently. Teravainen, like, come on, you got to beat this fucking team. Period. I'm sorry. Period.
It's all the system, man.
Yeah.
But back to the Rangers. I think the way I felt before the series, if you would have told me we'd be tied 2-2, I'd probably have taken that. To be honest,
but that's what I'm saying.
I think it's just the way we got here is annoying. Is very annoying.
Yeah,
and the way that they played Game 4 is an abomination. That should never ever happen in the playoffs. You cannot possibly tell me it's the same sport when you flip to like the Wild Dallas game and you see everybody legs churning the whole time, every shift, and then you turn on the fucking Rangers Devils game from Game 4, and it's like, is this game 42? Like, is this a rewind of the game 42 from the regular season?
A preseason game, yeah.
This. Like, it's a joke, but I'm fucking done with it. I'm done with Game 4. It's behind
you.
Dude,
there you go.
Listen, how bad we played. We were fucking tied with 12 minutes left.
Yep.
We were tied.
Right.
Like, that's amazing.
That's what I've been saying. Defensively, I think the Rangers are fine.
We were fucking tied. That was the worst game I've ever seen.
Defensively, they've been fine all series, and they're still fine defensively for now. I think that the big guys got to wake the fuck up and produce. Period.
And speaking about that, producing the big guys, I need to get your take. I know AJ's point. We kind of spoke about it a little bit. I need to get some off my chest for people that are, I don't even know what it's called, hating Artemi Panarin for the way he's playing or not producing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. We know the player he is. We knew the player he was last season. We know that he's a playmaker. We know that he needs room. We know that he is not, like, similar to me. If you surround me with good players who can get the puck and have different style to me and receive passes and shoot, I'm a great player. If I am the only person, I'm not going through three people to score a goal. I'm not Austin Matthews. I'm not friggin' McDavid, Draisaitl, and neither is Artemi Panarin. So I know there's a point, and I don't know if I stifled AJ by saying it yesterday, but what do you want him to do? If he can't go through three people, the Rangers organization did not go and get him players that can go in the corners and get the puck and grinder style players, right? So you're still doing the same thing. You're still putting him with players who are trying to make passes. That's why I kind of liked Frank Bertrano last year for us, because he was a shoot first player and he worked hard. He wasn't afraid to go in and hit people and retrieve pucks, but there's two options, right? If nobody else is moving on his line or making room for him, he can try to go through people, try to hold up after he gets through the blue line, make a pass, or he could dump the puck. The Rangers team, I'm convinced that they're mentally fucking challenged because they don't understand the concept of dumping the puck. Yes, they can physically dump the puck, but when you dump it and then people start skating to go get the puck, it doesn't work. Somebody has to be going through the neutral zone when you dump the puck so that you get in there and you forecheck on the defenseman and you get the puck. You puck retrieval. For Panarin to just gain the red line and just dump the puck instead of trying to make a play or turning it over or this or that, if no one's going to get the puck, people are going to say, what the fuck was that? What is he doing? Why is he just throwing the puck in the offensive zone? So my thing is, I don't understand, like this is new. Like, we're expecting Artemi Panarin to be something he's not. He's not that player. He is not going to go through a team. He's not going to go score an insane. Once in a while, he'll have a nice move to get around defenseman and score a sick goal. Yes. But in a playoff game, tight checking, especially a team that's clogging the neutral zone, he needs help to get the puck in the offensive zone and then work his magic. He can't be the one getting it by himself into the offensive zone. I don't know. That's just how I feel. I just feel like you're asking the wrong things of the wrong players, like given their skill set. And if you don't, I said this before this year, I said, you need to get him somebody for the playoffs. You need to get him somebody that can help him so that when he can't do it, like last year in the playoffs, there's somebody that can take room away from people, from the other team kind of centering in on him. And also can grind and get the puck and do a lot of forecheck and dirty work to get him the puck. And I don't think they did that. It's the same makeup. I mean, who could you say that they addressed that with?
AJ?
I think Trocheck could forecheck. He just hasn't done it yet. I think Vlad can too. I think Vlad's he's more physical than I thought he would be. But again, like I see what you're saying about Panarin, but there's too many times I see him I see him blindly throw a fucking pass across the ice, and that really fucking bothers me. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
that's the whole.
I don't know. I'm not just saying it's him, but like Vlad's done it too. He's just throwing the puck, hasn't looked.
Yeah.
And again, like I don't like at that point, instead of turning it over, especially to this Devils team, and have them fly back the other way, just dump it. Like I don't care if someone's going to get it. Like if you're not going to do anything, like just don't make a blind pass across the ice. Like just get it in.
But you could tell even when they're playing good, instead of dumping it, they just turn back. Just give it back to our defenseman,
or just reset it. Yeah,
that's it.
Reset it too.
And you could tell in game 1 and 2 they were doing that. Everybody was passing it back. Everyone was relaxed. Everybody was looking to see what plays are developing, getting open, making the plays happen. And in game 4, sometimes in game 3, like Andy said, as the game went on, I feel like they were kind of doing a little bit more. I thought the overtime in game 3 was their best period, but I thought like in sometimes in game 3 and game 4 they stopped doing that. They're throwing the puck across them. How many turnovers? I mean, Valaket said it perfectly. First game and second game, there was a total of, I think, 8 turnovers. 19 turnovers in game 3 alone. I don't even want to know what game 4 was.
Frosty tips.
I think
they
seem like they're playing they're playing tense and like on their heels for some reason. And I don't know why.
Yeah. But like I said, the fact that after I've calmed down and realizing, like, I felt like I was like so depressed, and I'm like, this is how I should feel after they lose. And I'm like, it's tied. Like it kind of hit me, and I'm like, it's tied. It sucks to think about, like you said, how we got here. It's fucking ass how we got here. But we're here. It's 2-2. The Rangers, this team, we know that they respond to adversity, and when this shit happens, when they have a bad game, we've seen it. We've seen it for last year. We've seen it throughout the regular season. They respond. I think they're going to come out. They're going to play a good game. They know they need emotion. I honestly, I didn't feel this going into game 4. I was a mess. I told you guys. I forced myself to send you a positive text that morning. I feel like they're going to win game 5 and 6. I feel like they're going to win the series in 6.
Well, I'll get something off my fucking chest now because, look, I know that hockey is at times, well, most, it's a game of confidence as well, right? It's a game of feeling good about yourself, feeling good about your game. There's a certain amount of swag to it, a certain amount of cockiness to it, especially when you can do what these players can do and are doing thus far in these playoffs. I get it. But, man, does it fucking get my goat, this fucking drop your controller celebration that the Devils have adopted. And I'm not even a fucking Ranger fan. And I'm like, whoa, dude, like you're in no fucking position yet. Maybe give it a couple of years and maybe you'll be in a position to do shit like that. But act like you've been there, bro. Like, and again, I'm not even a Ranger fan in that fucking like if they did that at UBS, I'd be fucking throwing shit at my TV. Like the drop your controller celebration, staring down the fans. And look, Chris Tanev the other night was brilliant. Like he scored a shorty and fucking was blowing kisses to the Avalanche fan women, the female Avalanche fans in the first row. Fucking husband sitting right there, and Tanev's just going up to the glass, fucking blowing kisses at the girl. It's fucking fantastic. But that to me was more like funny, clownish. Like what the Devils are doing is just it. I'm sorry, it fucking gets me crazy.
And like that first goal too, it's like Siegenthaler just fucking dumps the puck and fucking Hughes is there for a breakaway.
Well,
like, he's
again,
not even looking. You didn't know Hughes was up there.
I get no, AJ, but let's give credit where credit's due here. And I'm going to break this play down for you in a really.
It was a shell goal. He was
hold on. Jack Hughes is, first of all, let's get this out there. You guys are going to fucking hate. I don't know if you guys are going to hate me for saying I don't give a shit. Jack Hughes is fucking fantastic, dude. He is a fucking fantastic hockey player.
I have no problem admitting that.
He's not even a star anymore. He's in a year, he became a superstar. This guy knows the fucking game. The players like that, they anticipate the fucking game. If you look at the replay of that from behind the net, as soon as Siegenthaler gets the puck, Hughes is fucking gone. His back is to the net. He knows what's going to happen. And Fox and Lindgren are flat-footed.
Yep.
They didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. Hughes did.
And they
that's
should.
how that play results.
And they
should. You're right. And you have to account for him when he's on the fucking ice, period. But give credit where credit's due. That's a terrific awareness play by Jack Hughes, period.
And they fucking should know where he is because A, it's Jack Hughes, and B, I think that it happened so quick. It was so early in the game. The adrenaline's going. They almost score a goal. It goes through the crease.
Yep.
I think if that's later on in the game, I don't know if that happens. I think Fox and Lindgren are way more aware. I think it was just the hype of the moment. Like they knew they wanted to get off to a good start, right? They were fucking. I think that goal meant a lot.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to get off to a good start. They didn't want to fall into that. And then once Jack Hughes scored, I think they were like, oh shit.
I mean, I'll tell you, on another tweet that I got shit for the other night was when after that goal, I tweeted, I watched Jack Hughes. This was my exact tweet. I watched Jack Hughes, and I can't help but romanticize about what Matt Barzal should be. And I probably should have said could be, not should be, right? That's probably how I could have worded that better. But if you fucking have any ounce of intelligence, which half Twitter people don't, you understood what I was saying, right? People are like, oh, you can't come. Hughes was first overall, generational. Barzal was a 15th pick. Barzal was a top 5 pick before he got injured in juniors. That's why he fell to 15. Let's not forget that. And so, like, that's what I think when I watch Jack Hughes play. I wish fucking Matt Barzal was that, because I see some similar traits, right? The skating, the agility, the speed, the stick handling. And I just want it just not makes me mad, but makes me, like I used the correct word, romanticize about what Matt Barzal could be, right?
Yeah. And just to comment on what you were saying about the stare down, drop the controller thing, I agree. And what's even more of a joke is that the Rangers let them do it, and they don't get any fucking.
What are they supposed to do? What
get
are they supposed
pissed,
to do with
show some fucking emotion, play harder, go fucking score a goal, not just sit back and just take it. Like I fucking hate that. Start getting aggressive, fucking hit people,
Fucking lay him out while he's celebrating.
Act like you have some type of pride and
lean on him, let him know you're there.
Like,
Get a
literally.
stick in there, let him know you're there.
Like you actually give a shit. I don't fucking know.
I feel bad.
And then fucking what's his name? Heischer goes into Igor, and they didn't call a penalty. That's a whole different story. Wait. No.
AJ was going to say something. Let him get his time. Hold on. Go ahead, AJ.
No, I was just going to say I feel bad for the people that paid a ton of money to go to that game.
No, not. I told you, on principle, I ain't paying it.
Everyone's like, oh,
I want to go. I'm like, fuck that.
Everyone's like, oh, the Garden's so quiet. I'm like, there's nothing to cheer about.
Nothing.
The fuck you want to do?
AJ, hold on. In fairness, you and I've talked about this before. I've actually I remember on a couple of occasions texting you from covering Ranger Islander games. I'm on the bridge. The media, the press box at the Garden is on the bridge, and I remember texting you a couple times from the Garden saying this place is fucking dead. Like, there are certain times when it's amazing to me for such a historic, terrific building that I literally shook my head at times. Like, this place is fucking a morgue. You know what I mean? I guess it's because there's too many fucking suits. You know, they're watching their stock.
You gotta pay $500 to get in.
Well, that's true too. They've priced out the average fan. Right.
Like a hardcore fan's not paying that. Like, can't pay that.
Roughly $300 per ticket more than at UBS. UBS playoff tickets are going for like two and change.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Garden starts at $5 for standing. Really. SRO is $500 just to walk in the fucking door.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
But what are we talking about for AJ? To get his point through.
My next point was going to be something I want to talk about officiating. Right, we have to on this podcast. I'm not just talking about the Rangers. I'm talking about the whole league.
Everything. Dude, everything.
But I want to start off with that play where Heischer went into.
Okay, let's go there.
I believe that the explanation was that he lost an edge. Mm-hmm. Who gives a fuck what happened? Lost an edge, fucking tooth fell out, doesn't matter. Went into the goalie. It's fucking goalie interference.
Not.
It doesn't matter how he went into the net. If he wasn't pushed in, it is. He drove the net.
Okay, hold on a second. You're coming down the wing with the fucking puck. I'm driving the net hard like I've been taught to do since I was 6 years old.
Hold on.
Hold on. I lose an edge. I get the fucking shot off. What am I supposed to fucking do?
Listen, then? I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't think it should be a penalty. I'm talking based on the precedent and all of the penalties that have been given for that type of shit, that's a penalty.
No, goaltender interference is impeding with the
but it's bullshit. But it's bullshit.
Impeding with the goaltender's
like
impeding with the goaltender's ability to make a save intentionally, meaning
Andy,
you weren't pushed in, you weren't cross-checked in.
Andy, I get it.
Leisure got the shot off. Shesterkin made the save.
You're arguing with me, and I understand you. I've been somebody who's been saying for years you should be able to drive the net. Period. And the amount of bullshit calls that get called for the same exact thing that happened the other night. That's my point. The officiating is a fucking atrocious. It's so.
I think the other calls have been way worse than that.
Agreed, but it's still inconsistent. And the bigger problem ahead, I guess far more than the actual call, is that the Rangers stood there and they called him a clown. That's all they did. They said, "You fucking clown. How about you go there and you fucking attack the guy? It's the playoffs. You're gonna you're playing a shit game anyway. Get some emotion in it. Somebody just ran your goalie over, lost an edge or not. You don't want to see that. I don't give a shit. Go take a penalty. If I'm a Ranger fan, I want to see somebody beat his ass. You're not going to the net like that."
That's fair. AJ, thoughts?
I agree. I mean, I think if it's the other way around, honestly, do you think the Rangers get called?
100%. If Kreider goes to the net and loses an edge and
here we go,
goalie, it's a fucking penalty.
Right.
It's a penalty, Andy.
I see what you're saying.
I know it is.
They called.
Because he sure says, "I'm sorry." He's laying in the net. "I'm sorry, Igor." Like it's okay because he lost.
I didn't say. I thought it was pretty cool. He said, "I'm sorry," but I mean, I just don't understand what the fuck he's supposed to do there. You want to hate on the officials? Do that.
I fucking
don't hate on Hischier for it.
I agree with you.
All right, and you want to talk about fucking officiating, dude? Come on. Game 2 overtime. Sebastian Aho, the suckier one, tackled behind the net. Scott Mayfield fucking high sticked in front of not one but 2 fucking officials staring right at it. Nothing. And yes, did Sorokin misplay that shot? Abso-fucking-lutely. Should he have stopped the bat out of the air by Sebastian Aho? Again, the suckier one from the blue line, the bouncer. Yeah, he probably cost us game 2. But what the fuck, dude? The call on Marcus Foligno the other night for tripping?
Oh, my God.
What the fuck is going on here? Honestly, what the fuck with these guys?
The worst call was Fiala.
Fiala's call.
Awful.
For checking.
Awful. Like the worst. The only
worst
was the one on Fox for doing nothing. That was the only worse call than the one on fucking Fiala.
I'm telling you what's going to happen. Friday night, UBS, game 6, Wes fucking McCauley's going to be assigned to that game. Watch.
Good fucking
Just
luck.
fucking watch.
Good luck.
He's already off the hinge. He's already on hinge.
Good luck, man.
Wes is the NHL's Angel fucking Fernandez. Or Angel Hernandez, whatever the fuck that moron's name is. Tries to make it about him.
Yeah, it's
if you want to do that, then make him available after the game. They have him answer for it.
These guys are horrendous.
Yeah, no, I know we talked about that earlier. I think Andy suggested that. I fucking agree after this.
Oh, 100%.
And then that poor bastard Foligno in the next game,
dude,
gets
they got
thrown out. Now, did you see that? Now, yes, it was an unfortunate play. But are you telling me that there's any video evidence that Marcus Foligno intentionally stuck his leg out to go knee to knee?
He could have got just as hurt.
Right. It was an unfortunate collision. He was going in for the hit. It was an unfortunate collision. They fucking review it and still throw him out.
Yeah, it's a joke. I mean, the Wild got just as hosed as you guys did in that game before because they scored on those, the 2 penalties on Foligno that weren't even penalties.
Remember in Youngblood when the fucking defenseman shot the puck at the referee and got thrown out of the game and he missed the fucking championship game against Carl Rackey's boys in Youngblood? That's what I'm surprised these guys haven't fired a fucking shot at these guys yet. Like, it's amazing. The calls are just like some of the worst calls I've ever seen. And I've watched 44 years of hockey. And this is some of the most atrocious officiating. And it's bad every postseason, but this postseason has been absolutely fucking brutal.
Yeah, I mean, you usually see like your own teams, your fan base saying
the rough on Fox for just grabbing the guy behind the net and putting him in a little bit of a headlock, roughing.
It happened. There were 3 other tie-ups that were doing the same exact thing.
What?
Like it was.
Barzal the other night gets cross-checked by Burns, embellishment. Burns outweighs Barzal by 100 pounds.
There's embellishment all over the fucking ice all the time.
But my point with embellishment's always been this: if you're calling a fucking cross check, and then you're calling embellishment, then wasn't a cross check? I don't understand. He outweighs Barzal by 100 fucking pounds. His beard outweighs Barzal.
If you get hit with the high stick and you do this and snap your head back, is that embellishment? No.
I don't know. The fucking I've seen a lot of that out of the Stars. Honestly, the Stars do that a lot.
They do, but I'm just saying, there's such a fine line with embellishment. It's just like, I don't know. They're fucking terrible. Bottom line, it's been
really bad.
It's been awful. I mean,
I feel bad for Marcus Foligno.
I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, is it just because it's amplified now that social media is so big that like everything is on video? Is that why it's so big, or have they always been this bad? And then I'm like, I'm just thinking back, and I'm like, I don't think it's been this bad.
I don't remember it being this bad, honestly.
This is the worst it's ever been. I think this is easily the worst. It's it's like every game there's a bad call. Like,
right.
It was never like every night. We're talking about a bad call. Like I can't remember a time when it was this bad.
Can you imagine?
And maybe
imagine if they would.
You think it's a byproduct of just the game getting faster, and like the players getting more skilled? That like the refs just, and again, like it's easy to watch 5 replays and be like, oh, that was a bad call. But I think to give them the benefit of the doubt, like everything is happening like a fucking split second, and you got to make a decision on whether you're calling it or not.
Yeah, but a lot.
I think some are worse, are more obvious than others. But again, just trying to play devil's advocate.
How about this then? Give coaches 2 penalty challenges a game. They do it in the fucking NFL. They do it in the NFL, right? Give coaches 2 penalty challenges per game. It's a 2-minute penalty on them if they're wrong. If the call doesn't get reversed, they have 2 per game. And the review can be no longer than a minute. Yeah, all it takes is a minute.
Then you're putting it right back.
But it's like you can't. It's like you can't throw a flag on a holding penalty in football. It's like we could play that game all day.
That's all right. That's fair. Good point.
Yeah, but even if you do that, you're giving a lot of these things are getting reviewed anyway now, and they're still getting it wrong. So what's the challenge?
I was gonna say they'll still fuck it up probably anyway. So. They're watching on an iPhone. They just have a bigger fucking screen.
Yeah, right. A fucking iPad on the sideboards. They're watching the
fucking Microsoft Surface.
Oh, you know what I said last week, and you guys fucking shot me down like I was a moron. And that's put these
fucking horn play when they're offside.
Put these fucking clowns upstairs. Put these clowns upstairs. Or hold on. I'll modify that. Put the 2 referees upstairs. Keep the linesmen on the ice to make offsides calls. Put the 2 referees upstairs.
That's fair.
And have them blow a trumpet wherever someone's offside.
Where they could see the game. They could see the game. Look, we've all watched games. I've watched games. I've covered games from different angles. It's easier to see from up there. It just is. It's easier.
So have like a crew chief or something up there.
Right.
And you could buzz it down if they see it.
Right.
They could say the line.
Buzz it down. The linesman goes.
Yeah.
Hello.
And then you give them, instead of Andy's phone at the penalty box in fucking 520p watching the game, they could give them like an actual good screen to see the fucking play on and actually
give them a nice iPhone Pro Max.
Yeah, like something not from 1970.
Nice
hey, you know that great song? Hey, why don't you download that to your phone? Oh no, you can't because fucking iTunes doesn't let you.
I can. I could download any song I want.
Yeah. Okay. Sure you can.
You just
like
don't
used to be a good. You used to be a good civilian and pay for Spotify.
I pay for Apple Music and I can download any song I want. So
I pay for Apple Music. I don't pay for shit.
You don't pay for Spotify? What do you listen to music on?
You're just always
I like a song. I go to YouTube. I download an MP4 directly to my phone. Boom, done. In my library, no DRM. By the way, let's touch on that.
2005.
Because this show would be so much fucking better.
What are you on fucking LimeWire, dude?
If these pricks weren't such assholes with their music rights, and I could throw Linkin Park "Burn It Down" as our intro song, and then maybe after the Islanders Rangers get eliminated, I could play like "The Rose" by Bette Midler or something or some sad shit like that. But you can't, right? There used to be this 20-second rule where you could do 20 seconds without copyright. I did my research on that. That's bullshit too. So, I'm sorry, fucking Metallica, who started this whole bullshit. You didn't make $2 billion this year. You made $1.9 billion. Sorry.
Yeah, how would you feel if you worked hard? You worked hard on music. You
Lars is a
got
fucking. Lars is a bitch. Lars is being a bitch.
I'm not talking about Metallica. I'm talking if you made music, right? And you worked hard, you published it to Spotify, all this shit, and someone's just pirating it and just getting it for free. You're not getting nothing. You're not getting anything.
If you made music and it's only on Spotify, it's probably shit. Probably.
No, I mean,
No,
I think Spotify, put it up.
Whatever.
I don't give a shit though. Like for me personally, people use it great.
But I'm saying if you made it, if you're making money,
or I'm talking about a big band like U2, Pink Floyd, Metallica, The Who, Genesis.
Yeah,
artists
they're the only
like
ones who give a shit
because they're making $1.9 billion and not $2 billion.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. That's what Lars's whole problem with LimeWire came down to.
Listen, they're the only ones who give a shit. I have some music too. Like I could always send some instrumental thing if we want to use it as our intro. That could be cool. But
Brad Marchand 1-1.
Fucker. Anyway, speaking about Foligno, right? Just to get on a more positive subject, aside from the shitty officiating, Brock Faber is a fucking stud.
Who?
Brock Faber on the Wild.
Really?
Brock
Are you serious? Dude's playing in his first NHL games to start the playoffs against the Dallas Stars in one of the most intense series, and he has 2 saved goals already with his stick, making good plays, diving back for open nets, deflecting pucks. And watching the kid, he's just making some smooth plays. He's calm back there. I mean, is that like the new? I know like Biz brought it up on like about Luke Hughes. Like, is that the new wave? Like, get the young kids in there who like have some enthusiasm and
maybe
like they showed the pictures of Faber. I think it was last year when Kaprizov broke the goal record or something. There's a picture of Kaprizov celebrating and Brock Faber's in the background on the glass, like banging the glass. And now he's playing on his fucking team in the playoffs.
Second round pick too.
Amazing. I mean, the kid looked that was amazing to me. When I heard that those were his first NHL games, he was just playing for college.
Yeah, he's only 20 years old.
Fucking 2 weeks ago. And now he's playing for the Wild, for his hometown team, I guess.
I thought the Devil. I honestly thought the Devils in Game 3 were going to put Luke Hughes in. I did.
Yeah,
I did. I was surprised they didn't. Honestly.
Yeah, but that kid deserves some credit because that's really impressive. And I'm just wondering if that's kind of the new thing that teams are just going to start saying, you know what, it's a young man's game. Just throw in the draft picks and see how they do. I think you want to know also another one that I think Quentin Byfield's having a great playoffs too.
Yeah, he's playing really well.
And
AJ warned me of the Kings, and you know what? I apologize, AJ, because I didn't believe you. But AJ has told me often.
Well, they're not.
Once.
They're down 3-2 now.
No, I know that. I know that they're down 3-2. But you've told me often, like the Kings are fucking sneaky good. I've been like, man. He was dead on. He was dead on accurate. So props, man.
Yeah, I know.
They are.
Yeah,
they are fucking sneaky good.
And said the same thing.
Yeah.
So
if they weren't playing the Oilers, I think they would be smacking whoever they were playing.
Shift gears a little bit. I think Leafs take Game 5 and win a series.
Oh, yeah, it looks that way.
I said Leafs in 5, baby. Go back.
They asked Andre Vasilevsky today. They say they asked Vasilevsky today. They're like, what is it going to take for you to fight through the screens and see the puck better? He goes, fucking X-ray glasses. That's why you should let goaltenders talk. That's why
you want to talk about.
Did you see Larry Brooks the other day? Fucking hammering. Who was he hammering? Yeah, I think he was hammering. Because the Leafs wouldn't let the media talk to their goaltenders, and Brooks made a big fucking deal of it. So I had a quote tweet, and I'm like, Larry, you fucking serious? Like, no goalie's been talking in this playoffs. You haven't heard shit out of Sorokin, Shesterkin, Vanacek. They don't let goalies talk because goalies are fucking weird like that. They don't want to talk to nobody. Fucking Evgeny Nabokov, for Christ's sake, used to walk around the locker room swinging his dick at us. He was a crazy motherfucker. He was the funniest goaltender, the quirkiest goaltender I've ever been around.
Did Hank ever talk in the playoffs? I think he did, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, but he's like a leader. Like he was a different breed.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
I was like, Larry, come on. You're a pro. You've been doing this a long time. You know better. Like, you know better.
You want to talk about momentum? I mean, coming down from 4-1, you win in overtime. Now you got a home Game 5. You got to close it out now.
Those fans are gonna be fucking nuts. It's gonna be like when Tavares. It's gonna be like when Tavares won us our first playoff series in 40 fucking years.
I mean, I kind of want to watch that game too.
Yeah,
well,
no,
that game's at 7, I think.
That game's tomorrow though. The Rangers are tomorrow.
Yeah, it's fucking ass. Why is that tomorrow?
No, but
Why
we
is
play
it
at 7:30, so we'll be able to watch both.
Yeah, but why the fuck is that tomorrow? Why isn't the Leafs game tonight?
And look, you got to get more than one. It's amazing that you made your fucking father go out and buy a second TV for his bar, and you only have one TV. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Talking about? I have 3 monitors right in front of me. I have a TV in my living. I have a fucking 85-inch TV in my living room. Look, what are you talking about? I don't give a fuck about the Leafs when the Rangers are on.
Well, calm down. I'm not attacking you.
Game,
not attacking
I'll watch it on my
down.
phone in between periods, and then I'll turn it back
but
off.
It's factual. You made your dad go out and buy a second TV for the bar, then you hopped and skipped to Florida on him.
Do you want me to get my wife in here? She'll tell you why we don't have 2 TVs out there. I don't need to tell you. I would. Trust me. I would have at least 2. Minimum.
Well, AJ said it on last week's show that you should have, what do you say, 6 up there?
Yeah, but you have a full. You have like Buffalo Wild Wings set up.
That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, you could name your bar Pop Sockets.
Okay.
Come down to Pop Sockets. Watch all the NHL action.
Oh man.
Abs cracking game 5 tonight.
Yeah, look, nobody's giving the crack. Oh, let's talk about that, dude. That hit by McCarr on McCann. What the fuck was that about, boys?
He lost his fucking mind for a second, really.
He didn't know what. He didn't know where the hell he was. Puck was in the fucking netting. McCarr, like he hit him like 7 seconds late.
Mm-hmm.
Did he? I didn't even see it. I gotta look it up. Hang on.
He tracked him into the corner and just fucking wrecked him.
Is McCann okay? I didn't even.
He's out. I think they were saying McCann's out. Yeah,
that's their best goal scorer, pure goal.
40 goals this year.
Oh.
Huge.
And he only got 1 game.
AJ, wait till you see this. I'm telling you, it reminded me a little bit. Not this was worse, but remember the infamous Dale Hunter hit on Pierre Turgeon in the playoffs?
Wow. Yeah, that's bad.
That's
really bad.
And tell me. Oh no, that might have been actually before you. You might have been like a kid back then.
Yeah, I don't remember this.
Look, guys, look up the Dale Hunter hit on Pierre Turgeon in the playoffs. Turgeon scores a goal, celebrating, curls into the left corner, and Dale Hunter. I'm convinced this killed the Islanders' chances that year of going to the Cup because it ended up separating Turgeon's shoulder. He was out for the remainder of the playoffs. And totally killed the Islanders that year. He was their best player that year by far. But look up that hit, and it reminded me. It reminded me a little bit of that. Yeah, this was bad, dude. This was bad. Like this was you want to talk about targeting? Watch Hunter target him after he scores the goal.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yep. Ended up separating his shoulder. Yep. It really brought back memories for me, the McCarr hit, and I was like. But you're right, and I think he fucking literally just lost his mind. Like he didn't know where he was, what the situation. He had no situational awareness.
This was different. This was a dick move. McCarr just like lost his head. Like you know what I mean? Like lost his head.
No, McCarr's not that type of player. Dale Hunter was always that type of player. So
it was it wasn't even like a goal or anything. It was just nothing.
I get what you're
it's crazy.
But
what do you think about him getting 1 game?
I mean.
If
as bad as it was, can you really say that Hale McCarr was looking to kill the guy? Like
no, but so my thing is like I always hate like so when you're assessing how many games to give somebody,
yep.
I hate did he get hurt? It shouldn't matter, right? I don't think that the result should matter whether somebody got lucky enough to not get hurt or get hurt. I think it should be was the play itself dirty enough and how many games do they get? Ignore what happened after, whether he's hurt or not, has nothing to do with it. Somebody could get lucky enough that they just didn't land some way and they're okay. That shouldn't matter to how many games the guy gets. But in this situation, I get confused because I kind of think like if McCann's out for 2 games, why is McCarr out for 1?
Well, that's fair.
I think if you knock somebody out in a playoff series, you should be out as long as that player's out. If it's a play like that,
all right. So you go and catch a cat,
because
it's a lot.
Because it's bullshit. McCann's their best. Pure goal scorer. He's their best player, and now he's out. McCarr only gets 1 game, but
yeah, I think I agree with that. I think no matter if the player gets hurt or not, I think if the intent is clear and like it's a dirty play, like it should, like the games should be justified on what it was.
So here's where I stand though. Like I agree with you. So based on that, McCarr getting 1 game is correct. But if McCann is out more than 1 game, I don't agree that McCarr can only be out 1 game.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So that's where it gets tricky. How do you?
Yeah.
Well, all Jeff Baker of the Seattle Times would say is that McCann seems certain to miss multiple contests, which fits right in line with NHL concussion protocol timelines.
Yeah.
So that's a fucking horrendous break for the Kraken.
Horrible.
Horrendous break for the Kraken on a play like that. Just horrendous.
Yeah, it's not good.
And Dave Haxtell, the coach of the Kraken, described it correctly. He said it was a late hit. That's exactly what it was. I don't think it was, intent to injure. I don't think Makar was looking to kill the guy, but like Ann said, you got to have situational awareness there, and Makar obviously had none. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking of. I don't know who he was thinking of. Maybe he was looking at someone.
Yes, I mean, this is, it's a winnable game. I mean, obviously they're down McCann, but I think, missing Makar is big for the Avs. This is a winnable game for Seattle.
Yeah, I don't know if they can hang with that team. Just Nathan McKinnon just seems on another fucking level, dude.
Just don't.
I mean, listen, they got him tied 2-2. I mean,
no, I know that, but the more I see Nate, the more I see just how close. And look, I'm saying this from a guy who thinks Connor McDavid is too good for the NHL. The more I see McKinnon, the more I think he's not really that
right
far.
No, he's right. He's right up there. Yeah, he's insane, man.
He's even more snarly in the play. Like he's fucking snarly in the playoffs.
Well, he's stockier than McDavid, and he could skate almost as fast as him.
Dude,
and he's like a
people
train.
bounce off him.
Yeah, he's like a truck, dude.
It's crazy.
But he's skating like 23 miles an hour. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's fucking insane, really.
That goal, I think the night I was there Saturday, remember that goal where he stopped on a dime, came I just fucking sniped one time. I was like, what the fuck was that, dude? That was insane. It's nuts.
And you want to know what's funny too? I think the other night, when they won, what was it? 6-4. Right? I think that was the game. The Avs beat writer. I forget his name. Do you know who he is?
Dater. I'm not sure if it's
Dater.
Oh, it is Dater. Okay.
He fucking tweeted I think it was before the third period. He said, McKinnon gets 2 tonight. Avs win 6-4.
Rantanen goes off or something.
I mean, Rantanen scores 2, and I feel if Rantanen scores 2, they win 6-4 with an empty net goal. And they fucking won 6-4 with an empty net goal. Rantanen.
Oh, no, we could talk about this too, because I know we were talking about this at your house. When McKinnon was like, they asked McKinnon, they were like, "Oh, like you guys seem mad," and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know, like I was just mad. I just wanted to win."
Yeah, great.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
can you fucking send some of that to MSG or?
Well, the same thing was said after Game 2 at the Prue Center. They asked Jack. They were talking to Jack Hughes, and Jack Hughes turns around and says, "We just what do you say? We just got rolled.
Smacked.
We just got smacked in our own building twice in a row. The last thing I want to do is sit here talking to you guys." I was like, this kid's growing up, man. This kid's growing up. Like, he's getting it. He's getting it.
Fuck him.
Yeah, we need something like that.
Vegas, Winnipeg. The hope is that Mark Scheifele can play tonight.
I think they're done.
I think
they play tomorrow. They play tomorrow.
Right. I'm sorry, tomorrow. I think that series was done with that double overtime loss. Again, the Jets expanded so much energy to get back into that game. That was a terrific game, by the way.
It's in Vegas too, so.
And they lost in double overtime. So I mean, the Knights are just deeper. Mark Stone, every time he scores, he's like a 5-year-old kid that just scored his first goal ever. Like, it's just
Stone's the best, and I think that I love
unbelievable.
I think it's awesome to see Eichel like playing meaningful hockey and like he looks really good.
He's got good burst, right? He's got good burst too when he gets the puck.
Well, they were talking about it on the broadcast on Saturday. He's got like such long strides.
Yeah,
like he's very rangy with his skating. So
smooth.
But he's just a great player. He's awesome. So
and as you, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, and I know we already kind of briefly talked about the Kings Oilers.
Mm-hmm.
That series is fucking great. I mean, all the drama involved, the way
I've only been able to watch like a period, and then I fucking fall asleep, or I got to get up for work the next morning, so I haven't really been able to watch a full game of it.
Dude, I'm watching in my bed, and even Lisa's watching the games. Those games are fucking crazy, and I mean all the comebacks and all this. I mean, it's had everything. And the Kings, dude, the Kings are just they play the fucking right way, man. They're a good team. That I never even realized how fast Trevor Moore is until
I got Adrian Kempe. Adrian Kempe can fly.
He's a stud. Did you see that goal last night? I know AJ saw because I was on
Ally follow can fly.
That Kemp
Fiala.
last night. If you didn't see it, Andy,
Fiala
go fucking watch
fly.
that.
Yeah.
If you didn't see
Yeah,
that
no,
Kemp
they're good.
last night, go watch that. That shit.
Fly,
they're
Fiala,
solid.
fly.
But then you're going up against Draisaitl, McDavid, so it's like,
Yeah.
Dude, how good are they? Like, come on. Like, you're able to roll out a fucking line with McDavid, and then second line's coming out, fucking Leon. Like, come on, man. Come on.
and then you get them together on the power play. It's like
Fucking hell. If they had, I'm telling you, if they had any shred of a defense, because Darnell Nurse is really fighting it. You thought Condre was fighting it at the end of the year, and I think every Islanders defenseman outside of Ryan Pulock is fighting it. Fucking Darnell Nurse is fighting it hard. He's playing like ass, dude.
Yeah. What have you guys watched enough to see that Desharnais guy on Oilers play the defenseman, the tree? The
Desharnais, no.
7 foot tall? I think he's fucking horrible.
Is he?
I think he's fucking horrible. And I know, like, Darren Pang was saying, like, I like this kid, blah, blah, blah. Every time I've watched them play, he's a fucking dumbass.
What's his name? Vincent or Dave? Is that Vincent or David?
I think it's David.
fun fact of the show: Ray Ferraro, 21 career playoff goals.
Oh, my God. Get the fuck
You
out
know
of here. When are we done with this dude? When can we get him off?
Chicken Parm
When
Ray.
can he be fired and never be on the fucking television ever again? This guy is atrocious.
Oh, my God.
Guy is the biggest joke. Like,
It was so because Craig was like, dude, once he opens his mouth, it's like he doesn't know what he's talking about.
he's just so fucking stupid.
Wait until the Rangers get Bob Ottinger. You guys are going to love him.
Oh, man.
What about Pete Panarin?
Oh, Pete Panarin, too.
They can
You
use
guys-
some Pete. They use some Pete right now.
You guys are trolls.
Little infusion Pete.
Bob Ottinger.
Little
That was
Pete
funny.
infused. A little Pete infused power
I
play.
don't see a Desharnais on Edmonton. What are you talking about?
He's the
Is that the
defense.
guy from Montreal? Is he from Montreal? No, it's Desjardins or whatever.
No,
Hey.
I'm looking at Edmonton's D right here. Berglund, Bouchard, Broberg, Cece, Deneen, Ekholm, Kulak, Murray, and Nurse.
Who the fuck's Berglund?
Desharnais, Vinny.
Vinny,
Who the fuck-
Vincent Desharnais.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to find this fucking clown.
He's a clown. The dude's like 7 feet tall. Literally.
Oh, yeah. Vincent Desharnais.
He's 6'6".
6'6", 207. 26 years old out of Laval.
I think a piece of his brain went down to his body because he's fucking horrible. I don't even understand how you could put that guy on the ice.
The whole Oilers defense, though, has been like that. It's like, and that's what worries me about, right? And I mean, I had them going fucking all the way, but man, watching them play, like they still are so fucking reckless defensively. It's crazy. They're so reckless. They're so reckless defensively. And you got Stuart Skinner. Stuart.
I was honestly surprised they won 6-3 last night. I feel like that's the game that's going to break the series. Like, I just don't know if the Kings are going to. I think they're kind of done. Like, I just don't see it. I thought before last night it could have went either way. I thought the Kings were going to go in there and play a
Wait,
good.
they get 3 days off?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's fucking Edmonton to it's Edmonton to LA. I mean, you got come on. I mean, you can't.
Wait, no, they
can't expect these guys to fucking
They
travel.
They played last night.
They get 3 days off and then they play on the 4th day. Is that the same with us? No,
you guys
No,
play
we play
Monday,
tomorrow and
you're playing
Saturday.
Thursday. You got Tuesday, Wednesday off.
But they're getting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
yeah,
Who the fuck made this schedule?
I don't know.
that's fucking horrible.
Fucking clown.
Game 6 is April 29th, so
Saturday.
They just played last night. Yeah, they get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What the fuck is that?
I think I remember in game 4, they were talking about it, saying like the Oilers are just gonna fucking play the shit out of McDavid and Draisaitl. They're gonna get 3 days.
I don't know why they did it this way because round 1 of the NFL draft's tomorrow. No one's gonna be watching hockey.
Yeah, but they didn't know that. The NFL draft was set forever. And no, I mean, the NFL playoff schedule just literally came out last weekend. So,
All right,
you got to. Well, what are you gonna do? Not have any playoff games just because the fucking NFL draft is on? Fuck the NFL
but I mean, you could have put.
If you're a hockey fan, you don't give a flying fuck about the NFL draft.
I know what I'm saying. If you're trying to build, trying to grow the game, it's not the way to do it.
Well, what do you
last night Draisaitl played 21.
You only have 2 games on tonight. Put 4 games on tonight, 2 games tomorrow. Put more games on tonight.
21-38. McDavid played 19-40.
You have the potential for more eyes on like more games instead of having a lot of games tomorrow.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I understand exactly what you're saying. I don't think you're necessarily wrong. I just think that if you're a real hockey fan, who gives a fuck about the NFL?
No, well, obviously the hardcore fans are going to watch. I'm just saying, like the casuals,
no, they're not going to get casuals tomorrow. No, because
that's what I'm saying. But like,
they want to see their fucking team draft 23rd, and
the NHL is
crisp suit and high five Goodell and hug Goodell and do all that fucking.
The NHL is they're pretty bad at marketing.
I mean, with their gold cap teeth and their fucking 64-inch wide rope chains and bro hug Roger Goodell.
Hey, if I got drafted, I'd give Goodell a nice little bro hug.
Well, I mean, there are some really good fucking games. I mean, that Leafs Lightning game. I mean, I know a lot of casual Lightning fans that would probably watch the draft. Or probably.
Oh my god, here he goes.
They're not going to watch the draft. They're going to watch the game.
Why? Watch your team get smoked in Toronto?
Oh shit.
Yeah, that game.
All right, baby. I'm the only one who called it here. We could go back to the VOD. So
you didn't. You didn't.
I swear to God, go back.
No, I heard it today again. I listened to the show on my drive home from work today, and you were right.
I had Leafs in 7, so
you did have Leafs in 7 as well.
Close
I'm the only asshole to pick Tampa.
I didn't think it would end this quick.
It's not over.
It's not over yet. It's not over. Right. No.
Dude, if there's any team,
it's over. No, it's over. It's over.
Andy, if there's any team that could fucking blow this, and if there's any team that could come back,
I'm reverse mushing.
Right
I'm mushing. It's over. It's fucking over. It's done. Done.
Well, Vasilevsky needs his X-ray goggles. So
Vasilevsky needs his X-ray goggles.
Did you guys see? There was an interview with I guess somebody who used to coach for the Lightning. I don't know if you guys saw this on Twitter, and he was saying about how the Lightning saw that Vasilevsky was like one of the worst goalies for screen shots and shots from the point at tracking them, and they changed their entire defense.
I believe it.
To be around that. I didn't know that. I forget who it was. I saw on Twitter. It was a video
look at the 4-4 goal by Morgan Riley, right? Tavares is standing right in Vasilevsky's fucking grill. Riley just wires one from the blue line, and it's just unimpeded. Like Vasilevsky didn't even get a piece of it.
Yeah.
He never saw it.
I wanted to ask your guys' opinion. I forgot to even mention this, but how do you feel about, like, for instance, today when they're tweeting all these videos of the Rangers at practice trying this or that? How do you feel about that? I mean, I feel like you're giving away easy information.
They're not showing much. They're not really showing much though.
It's like little clips. The Devils, you hear that, okay, Zib's back on the left side. You can have some type of advantage to plan for that a little bit.
There's a reason why the NFL is so strict on practice, and that I think is the reason. I kind of side with Ant here. That I side with both of you. I think AJ's point is valid. They didn't show much, and he's right.
Season, I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about playoffs.
No. But even playoffs, AJ's right. They didn't show much. However, to Ant's point, don't even say if the Devils see it. They fucking definitely saw it, or somebody alerted Ruff to it. And you're right. Now Ruff knows that. Oh, they're moving things around. How they're putting Panarin in the bumper. That now Ruff's going to stay up till fucking 3 a.m. tonight and watch video and see what he needs to do to adjust to that. Now, maybe that's all fucking bullshit. Maybe that's Gallant saying, I'll fucking, pulling a Bill Belichick. I'll show them this, and tomorrow do something totally fucking different. It could be that too. So let's.
That's smart.
Yeah, I mean, they're practicing it. What do you mean? How can they fake a practice? It's not like
AJ just called Gallant a dum-dum.
He's not that smart.
He's not a great fucking coach. Let's be real. And I think he's a good coach at in between game adjustments and stuff, and keeping the players.
But what's he supposed to like game 4? What's he supposed to do? The team
does not gotta call a timeout at some point and fucking start screaming.
Dude, a timeout. I'm sorry, a timeout was not saving that fucking team. The way they played
anything, at least try, dude. In between,
I see what you're saying, but there's no way. There's nothing, dude.
Anything. Like I don't.
And I will tell you this. Hold on. I'll tell you this from experience, okay? And a lot of people don't know this, but I've seen it. I've lived it. I've seen it. Rarely, if ever, do the coaches talk to the team in between periods.
Well, that's a fucking mistake in last game.
They go in before the game, they speak for maybe 45 seconds, and then they generally don't go into the locker room in between the first and second periods.
Unless you're forced.
Well, how do you not? And during that game 4, how do you not?
And by the way, you fuckers who were crucifying Alexander Romanov last week, right? Because I listened on the way home to get myself ready for this. Alexander Romanov, which has been playing with a torn labrum. Do you know what it takes to play with a torn fucking labrum? That's a 4 to 6 month injury.
I only crucified his fucking visor.
Well, you crucified him. Yeah, you basically. Oh, I think you called him fat too. You might have called him fat.
I didn't.
Might have called him fat.
Schmid's fucking fat. He's like another Brodeur. It's fucking ridiculous. You gotta go through this bullshit again.
You commented on Romanov being having a fucked up visor and being fat. You said
I didn't say he was fat. I said he has a
AJ said Pajot is that annoying kid in school that asks for homework.
All you gotta do is get Schmid moving side to side. And he's not stopping shit.
Why? Because he's fat?
He's not moving. He's like a whale.
Wait. How are we getting away from what we were just talking about?
Whale.
I can't believe.
I don't know.
So are
I'm
you
so mad?
Are you?
No.
I'm so angry.
No.
Are you agreeing with the fact that that Gerard Gallant shouldn't have gone in between periods?
They don't. They just don't.
Okay.
You know why? Here's why. Here's why they don't. Here's why they don't, and because they're fucking men. They've been playing this game since they were fucking kids. If you're a Mika Zibanejad, if you're an Artemi Panarin, if you're Anders Lee, if you're Matt Barzal, you shouldn't need to be fucking told how important these games are. You shouldn't need to be told what you need to do.
I agree.
Period.
But during a game like that, something has to happen.
Right, call a timeout and
That's
during
what
the game.
I said.
Yes, that's a coach's
fucking
feel.
timeout and
Doubling
say
up the lines when the things aren't working. That's a coach's feel. I get you on that. I'm not disagreeing with you. But going in there and saying, "Oh, it's the coach's fault because he didn't get them ready to play."
No.
This gets said a lot about the Islanders. Lane Lambert didn't get them ready to play. Why are they never ready to play in the first period? He shouldn't have to fucking rah-rah these guys. Period. Pick a different fucking profession if you need Lane Lambert to come in and be your fucking daddy and tell you how important this game is.
My dad always says it.
Take the fucking skates off then. Take the skates off, put a skirt on, and get the fuck out of here.
Andy, Steve always fucking says that he thinks that it's coaching. My dad, that it's coaching.
I said love Steve. I didn't say.
Okay. He always says it's coaching. That how does he not have these guys ready?
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
I don't know.
I don't know. If I'm already,
you don't need to rah-rah these fucking. These are men. These are grown fucking men. Do you think I go into work every morning and my boss calls me up and say, "Let's go, Andy. Let's fucking monitor those portfolios today. Come on, let's crank out those billions of dollars. Make sure there's no breaks. Make sure we're missing any."
Okay, but what happens if you start steering the wrong direction and you're having a fucking bad day? You're messing a couple of things up. He's gonna have a talk, right?
If I'm having a bad day, I yell at my boss like I did yesterday.
But listen, all right, so
where I'm forced to apologize for it later.
Be fucking realistic here. If you're having a bad day and you mess up a couple of things, don't you think your boss might say, "Hey, let's get it fucking together"? Like,
yeah, probably.
In the middle of that game, like at no point in that game, you're telling me he could have fucking called a timeout, or I said, or not that he should go in between periods. I'm saying anything to get them. I thought they were gonna come out in period 2 and actually have a good period. I was like, there's no fucking way they come out that bad. Then period 2 happened, and I'm like, all right, like that's fucking bad. And then period 3 happened. So, at what point does he do something besides just changing fucking Trocheck and Zib on different lines? Like, fuck that. Like, wake them the fuck up. You pan to the bench with 3 minutes left, and they pull the goalie, and everyone's like sitting there like this.
Yeah, I saw that. I noticed
on the fucking bench, like someone just fucking killed their parents.
Ooh. Wow.
That's what they looked like.
Dark.
They looked like they were at a fucking funeral.
This show just went dark.
Yeah, what funeral their fucking season. No.
Did you see that guy after the first period? He tweeted out a picture of the rain.
Saw that. Thank you, fans. It's so good.
I was like, these guys are losing their minds.
So
That's
good.
what it looked like, dude. Looked like
you're
either. I said you're either up 3-1 or tied 2-2, and you're losing your minds.
I'm sure Devil fans felt the same way after going down 2-0. They're like, we're fucked. Like, we're fucked.
They were already tweeting about next season.
Yeah, and a fucking, a cup-winning team would have fucking slashed their fucking throat 2 games ago. But no, we gotta let them back in it.
Ebbs and flows, baby. Ebbs and flows. That's the NHL playoffs.
Like I said, I'm fucking done. They're back tomorrow. They're getting a win tomorrow. It is what it is. And even if they don't get a win tomorrow, they're going to force a Game 7 at home, and then they're going to win Game 7.
There you go. That's the positive attitude that we're looking to hear on this baby.
They're winning the fucking series. You heard it here.
You just went top cheese with that one, bro.
Leafs in 5, Rangers in 6 or 7. It's done.
You just put it up in the toy department with that one. Roofed it.
I really hope you're right.
So do I.
AJ doesn't share your optimism.
I really hope you're right.
So do I, man. Trust me.
I
They're
don't
going to
know,
play
dude.
more relaxed on the road. They're going to play more relaxed on the road. I'm thinking they get a
What are
power.
they fucking like? They get stage fright at MSG.
I'm thinking they
playing
get
in
a
front of
power.
fucking crowd?
They get a power play goal and a 2-1 win, and that's my prediction.
Fucking
Islanders
Penguins
Hurricanes
fucking
game
Bangor,
6 will be Friday night at 7:00 at UBS Arena. That game, you know what? Like I said, as banged up as the Hurricanes are, I think they're giving the Islanders just a little bit of blood in the water. I'm not saying that we're playing well because we're playing like ass. I'm not saying that we're a good hockey team because we're really not right now. But I'm going to go Islanders 4-2 to force a game 7 back in Carolina.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
And I'm going to go Rangers 2-1.
You going to that game?
3-2. What game?
Islanders Friday?
Mm-mm. I will be watching it here at home, where I've always watched it.
That's a good answer. Because if you would have went to that game and not taken your wife, because you're,
I hear you.
you're Jewish to MSG for the other game, then that would be a very bad.
All right. Kind of edit that out. Anyway, it's also a
Oh,
$200.
come on.
Yeah,
You're not editing that. You're
coming
not
from
editing
you?
that.
No, I'm not. I'm not editing that
What?
at all.
Jewish people like to save money. What's bad about that?
I gotta go to. I think Friday I gotta go into Red Bank and see if I can get somebody to cut my lawn. So.
Oh my god. I don't understand what's wrong with saying that you're Jewish. Like Jewish people like to save money. They have more money than I do for a reason. So
Not all of them.
most of them.
Pretentious to say that.
No, most of them, but like that's just like Italians like to eat food. I don't fucking care. Call me what I like to eat food. The fuck? It's just the truth. It's been
All right. We got to cut Paterno off. We got to. I'm gonna hold on. I think human resources is
He's
calling
getting
me
a
right.
little. He's getting a little loose with his pop socket.
Listen, I like to be facts on the podcast. I don't know
Human
about
resources is on the line. They said you got to fire this guy.
His pop socket's coming loose.
Put your pop socket back on and chill out. Relax.
Oh man.
All right, boys. Great show tonight. Good luck tomorrow. Enjoy Game 5. I'm going 2-1
Well,
Rangers for a 3-2 series lead.
It's gonna be
And
great.
then Friday night at UBS, I'm going 4-2 Islanders to force a Game 7. We will see when we regroup next week where we're at. These series either way are going to be over. I'm sure there'll be a lot of strong opinions as we head into round 2. So enjoy the hockey. Try to keep it logical. Try to keep it sane. Breathe. Go for walks if you have to. Meditate. Just ebbs and flows, baby. Ebbs and
fun.
flows.
It's not fun. It's not fun.
Hopefully, AJ will not be from the recording from the gulag next week. He'll be out of
Yeah,
jail.
hopefully we have a different background.
Although I
Hopefully
I think it's going to get a lot worse. I think if the Isles and Rangers both advance, I think he'll probably put like a fire background or a hell background behind him or something like that. So. All right, boys. Thanks for the conversation as always. Love you guys. Have a great night and
boys.
good luck. Enjoy the game tomorrow.
Yep, you too. Enjoy the games.
You too.
All right.